So finally, after almost 3 months of waiting, Black Ops Cold War Zombies finally gets a new map with Firebase Z making its first debut. What's going on, guys? Tyler from the Den Men here. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the brand new Zombies map Firebase Z, as well as the future of Call of Duty Zombies as a whole. Starting off, I want to address the brand new Zombies map, Firebase Z. Right away, I want to say that I do not think Firebase Z is a bad map. But with that being said, there are a lot of issues with the map and Zombies as a whole that definitely need to be addressed. Before I get into that, I first want to talk about the state of Zombies as a whole. Personally, I feel as if Zombies currently has somewhat of an identity crisis. Now, what I mean by this is that I believe that Cold War Zombies has done a great job at fixing a lot of the mistakes that Black Ops 4 left before it. And with the correction of these mistakes, Black Ops Cold War has brought a lot of new features to the table that we have never seen in a Treyarch Zombies game before. Cold War Zombies almost feels like a mix of all of the Call of Duty Zombies games from other developers came together and created this. This is by no means a bad thing, and it actually works out pretty well. And while it does a great job of adding much needed innovation, I feel as if there's still a large gap that is yet to be filled in the Zombies community. For example, I believe Call of Duty Cold War has done a great job at bringing innovation, but has caused a serious gap between serious and casual Zombies players. Right away, the first thing I noticed about Cold War Zombies is how much easier and shorter it is from the previous titles. While I think this is an amazing change for players who are looking for a more casual experience, this totally alienated a large portion of the advanced community who are looking for a challenge after playing this series for over a decade. Because I don't care who you ask, having unlimited downs is very overpowered. But with that being said, I still don't believe this is the biggest issue at hand, because depending on who you ask, the difficulty changes are either well loved or well hated. The biggest issue that I feel is in Cold War Zombies is its lack of compelling story and lack of charm. People who are kind of new to Zombies might not understand what I mean by this, but people who have been playing Zombies for the last 10 years know exactly what I mean. And while this doesn't affect the actual gameplay, it definitely affects some of what made Zombies one of the most unique and interesting game modes in all of video games. The reason I feel these two issues are such a big deal is because they go hand in hand. Starting off, the first big thing is not having a set cast of players. Now, I know that this feature probably has a lot to do with Activision wanting to push the new operator system in order to make money, but I feel like not having a set cast of characters greatly takes away from the charm and the feel of the story. Cold War is trying to tell me the story about Requiem and the new Aether storyline, but it makes it hard for me to care and relate to the story when the people I'm playing in the game just feel hollow and militaristic. And I know that some people might be saying, well, who cares about story when this is only just a side game mode in a Call of Duty game? And normally I would agree with you, but when you look at what Treyarch has done over the past years in the old Zombies games, it has told one of the greatest stories I have ever seen in a video game, and looking at what Cold War has to live up to, I feel like it presents itself in just a little bit of a disappointing fashion. While having Maxis and Weaver as well as the whole Requiem team is nice, it just makes it hard to relate or even care about these characters when we don't even get to see them in action. And yes, I know that it's a brand new chapter for Zombies and it has only just begun, but I'm still afraid that some of these issues will not change, and I hope that Zombies will be able to come together and bring forward not only good gameplay, but a great story to back it up. Now moving on to the brand new map Firebase Z. Overall, I feel that Firebase Z is a very good map. I felt as if it was slightly disappointing in some areas, but definitely managed to improve on the last map, which is exactly what we needed to see for a Zombies game. And while I'm definitely very happy to see Zombies taking steps in the right direction, this map does not come without its flaws. And before I get into what I love about this new map, I first want to talk about what I don't love about Firebase Z. First and foremost, this map is absolutely chaotic. This map starts off really simple, but at about round 15 or 20, the game ramps it up into the third gear and starts throwing everything and everybody at you. From zombies to dogs and from mimics to manglers, this map is crazy. Not to mention the new specialty round swarms you with zombies and even adds an elder god boss named Orda at about round 30. And while I definitely like all of these new features a lot, it just adds to the overall chaoticness that is Firebase C, and while I like having an added difficulty meter, it just kind of makes the map feel very hectic and can kind of get annoying at some points. The chaotic nature of this map is very unique and very fun, but it can also be very discouraging for newer players. Moving on to the next thing I wasn't super crazy about was this map's Easter egg. While I actually enjoyed the steps needed to complete it, I found that the overall story it tried to tell was somewhat disappointing and didn't really deliver on the hype of what this map could have done. This map has a lot of potential to tell a very compelling story, but I feel as if it could have done a better job delivering it. Not to mention, I found Dr. Peck, the main antagonist in this map, super annoying and very cliche. It's like, okay buddy, we get it. You're the bad guy who hates us for some unknown reason, so can you please stop dancing around in your office so I can just get on with the story, please?
Did we forget something? Did I leave the gas on? We forgot to feed Captain Whiskers. Dun, dun, dun.
Anyways, moving on to what I do like about this map, I absolutely love the Ray K. I'm so glad we finally get a wonder weapon that is not only fun and unique, but actually pretty powerful. After how bad the DIE from D Machine was, I'm so relieved to use a good gun other than the ray gun or the Gallo for once. If I were to give one complaint to the gun, I can say that it's kinda difficult to use, especially for lower level players or for people who are going in the late rounds, especially with super sprinters. It has a very high skill ceiling, but can be very fun and very rewarding to use, especially because of how unique it is. I absolutely love this gun. Another thing I really like that I talked about earlier is the new special Horde mode round that comes about every 10 rounds. This is so unique and different from other Zombies maps, and this is exactly the type of innovation you love to see in new Zombies games and maps. One thing Treyarch did beautifully was the addition of mimics. These guys look amazing and scary at the same time while adding a brand new feature that we've never seen from a zombie boss before. These guys are a challenge but aren't too difficult, which I think is very good to not make one thing too overpowered. But on the other end of the scale, I do not like the manglers at all. I found these guys super annoying to kill and super frustrating with their long range attacks. Not to mention they have the ability to knock over zombies, completely ruining your train, making it super hard to have a consistent train running. Overall, this map does a great job from building off the success of D Machine. Not to mention, it's the first completely original map we've had since Gorod Crovey. Overall, the map seems a little bleak and not too colorful and crazy, kinda like D Machine was, but it definitely ups in the gameplay, which I feel is a huge step upwards, and I'm really excited that Treyarch is going in the right direction, because the last thing we need to see is a decline. While I definitely don't think Firebase C is going to be one of the greatest maps ever, it definitely adds a lot of new innovation while keeping it pretty simple for new players to understand. This is very important to have to keep a good balance between the casual and advanced community, and if Treyarch can keep this upward spiral, I feel like Zombies in Cold War will have a great long success. I just hope that Treyarch can find the balance between gameplay and storyline to keep both ends of the community happy, because I'm very excited to see what Treyarch can do with this new Ether storyline, because there's a lot of great success, especially with the addition of Maxis. All in all, I feel like Firebase C has the potential to set Zombies up in a great direction, and so long as Treyarch can keep the ball rolling, I'm super excited to see what they can do with this new chapter of Call of Duty Zombies. Anyways guys, that's all for today's video. If you guys liked what you saw, please be sure to like and subscribe, and if you guys want to see more Call of Duty Zombies content, let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what you guys think of Firebase C, and whether you guys like it as a map or not. That's all from me guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and from everyone here at the Den Men, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.